You know what pisses me off? Wano. Nah, I'm just kidding. I like Wano, personally. But it seems like nobody else likes it. Genuinely, if you go on YouTube right now and search up anything related to Wano, you'll get bombarded with countless videos flaming the hell out of it. These people talk about Wano like it poisoned their water supply, burnt down their crops, and stole their girl. Like they are filled with hatred for this arc. But I get it. I used to hate Wano too. I was a top tier Wano hater, just hating on it 24/7, unprovoked, for no reason whatsoever. But then I decided to give it a reread, because reading it weekly compared to reading it in one go is just a whole different world, man. And I gotta say, rereading it gave me a new perspective on life, and I figured, you know what, maybe Wano's not that bad, maybe I was tripping, maybe everyone's tripping about it. So I decided, you know what, I'll make a video about Wano, but highlighting only the good things about it, because all the bad things about it have already been talked about to death, so why not? What better way to start off this list than with Act 1? And I know what you're thinking. You can't just say the whole Act 1 is a good thing, but I can, because it's my video. So, personally, I think Act 1 is pretty perfect. It does what it's supposed to pretty well. We're introduced to the scene of Wano. We're introduced to the people there. We see the situation the people of Wano are in. And then, you know, Luffy being Luffy, he starts doing some chaos. He starts doing a bit of madness. And then Kaido pulls up, one-shots him, and steals all his aura. Now, I think Act 1 does a pretty good job at doing what it does in such a short amount of time. It's only 16 chapters, I think. But who cares? Let's move on to the next part, because I'm not going to spend 5 minutes on one thing, because I don't want this to be a 20-minute long video, because I'm not editing that. So, number 2, Yasui, his flashback, his old story. That shit is peak. Yasui, he was a cool-ass character from the start. A goofy little guy, you know, he's treating everyone well. Everybody loves Yasui. I love Yasui. You love Yasui. He's a cool guy. But you know, this is One Piece. You can't really have stuff like that going on without some tragedy. So it turns out Yasui was the guy that was robbing people at night. So Yasui gets caught, sent to prison, and he's set to be executed. And this is out of nowhere when you're just starting to be like, yeah man, Yasui's the GOAT. But now he's dying. He's getting killed by Orochi. And his death scene is perfect, man. The setup to it, we see all the people gathering, the people of Ebisu Town. And his death was amazing. It was well directed. The scenes, the build-up, the emotional impact it has cannot be understated. I was crying my eyes out. Like, I knew he was gonna die. This was like my 3rd time watching this. It was just fire, man. I don't know. Moving on, next thing, because I'm running out of shit to say on this. Next thing is Luffy getting imprisoned. Psych, that shit was ass. It was kind of an excuse for Luffy to get a bit of training in, and it felt kind of forced. And then Big Mom comes in and it's like, what the hell is even going on here? But what the part I'm talking about is when the stupid ass disease virus thing Queen sets off on all the prisoners, and then Luffy gets himself infected. He hugs all the prisoners. He's like, this shit does nothing to me. This shit means nothing to me. I'm different. You know, riled the samurai up. Turns out it did affect him, but he gave a little cool ass speech to the samurai. And then Momonosuke's there, and then all the samurai bowing down like, oh shit, it's Momonosuke. You know, that's my guy. Alright, next thing. Oden's flashback, baby. His backstory flashback, whatever you want to call it. But this shit was peak. This is like genuinely peak One Piece. This is what One Piece is. And I've seen people say this flashback sucked. I've seen people say Oden sucks. What the hell are you talking about? What do you even say to these people, bro? They must be watching a different show. They must be reading something else. I don't know what to say to them. Everything about this flashback or backstory is perfect. You get a lot of lore. And I liked Oden a lot. The fucking scabbards. We see more of their backstories. We see more of Shanks, Blackbeard, Buggy, Roger, Whitebeard. And aside from that, the final scene in which Oden dies, he says Oden wouldn't be Oden if it wasn't boiled. As he's boiling to death, bro. What's more badass than that shit, bro? Come on now. This is One Piece. This is what we're here for. And I've seen people say, why weren't the secrets revealed to us? What the fuck? Why would you want to learn about, you know, the Void Century and shit in Oden's flashback, a character that we met like 20 chapters ago? Like, why wouldn't you want to experience finding out this stuff with the Straw Hat crew? Like, that would just be 10 times better. And, you know, I have no words. Moving on, next part. Let's move on to the next part. Kandro's betrayal. This shit was out of nowhere, but it wasn't like an ass pull. It was foreshadowed, and you know there was going to be a traitor, because they kept saying there's a traitor. It's just, who is it? It's like, is it you? Is it you? Is it? And then Kandro's like, nah, bro, it was me. And then, you know, we see all the scabbards be like, yo, bro, Kandro, what the fuck, man? That's not cool. Why would you do that? And they try and kill Kandro, but for some reason, he does not die. Like, there's like 3 different fights he's in, and he just refuses to die. I don't know why Oda kept letting him live. Like, just kill this guy off already, bro. You're ruining the impact of the scene. But whatever. Kandro's betrayal, great stuff. And another great thing, Kinemon's death scene. The death scene itself was great. It was emotional, it was perfect, it was beautiful, but then he just didn't die. And it's so annoying because there's no reason for this guy to not die. I know for a fact that Kinemon is not gonna do anything for the rest of the series. There was genuinely no point in letting him live. And the two characters that did die, Izo and Ashura Doji, they didn't get any death scenes. They just, I didn't even know they died, bro. I didn't know they were dead. Like, what is going on here? Alright, but the Kinemon death scene, even though it was a fake out, it was still great. I gotta give Oda his props. And then we have Marco. Marco pulling up to Wano. Loki saved the entire raid. This guy carried literally everything. Okay, let me break it down. Marco pulls up. He stops the entire Big Mom crew from pulling up, okay? And then he saves like all the samurai from being killed by the Iris Queen sets off. And then he 2v1s Queen and King. Then he like fights Big Mom. This dude is doing everything. This dude is doing literally everything. This guy is carrying the raid on his back. So shout out Marco real quick. And then we have the fights themselves. Kaido's fights, Big Mom's fights. Great fights, but were they great villains? Not really. Big Mom especially. Yo, what was Big Mom even doing in Wano? What did she even do? She came to Wano, gets knocked off the ship, gets amnesia. Like, how the hell did a Yonko get amnesia? How did she lose her memory by falling off a cliff, bro? This is a Yonko, alright? And this is like the first time anybody in this entire series got amnesia. So that's stupid. Okay, but whatever, that's alright. I can let that slide. And then she's got this stupid ass mothering mode out of nowhere for no reason whatsoever. Like, it's such lazy writing for no reason. And then she gets violated by Kid. She loses to Kid, bro. The guy that got one shot by Shanks. She lost to that guy. What did she do? What was her purpose, bro? This shit had so much potential. Big Mom and Kaido teaming up, and then she just dies in a volcano from Kid and Law too. But come on now, bro. The fight itself, though, Kid and Law versus Big Mom, great fight, W fight. I really enjoyed that. But whatever. Moving on to Luffy versus Kaido. Alright, and Gear 5. This fight was fantastic. I loved Gear 5. I don't care what people say. They say it's too goofy, it's too cartoony. I swear, bro, these Zoro fans want everything to be so edgy and serious. Like, man, shut the fuck up and watch the show. Alright, but whatever. Gear 5, amazing. Luffy versus Kaido, amazing. And I'm pretty sure that's it. That's the entire arc in a nutshell. There was probably more and I forgot about it because I finished reading in Wano like 5 minutes ago, like genuinely 5 minutes before recording this video. And I did not want to make a script. I realized that I should have probably been making the script while reading the manga. I finished and I was like, oh shit, I forgot what happened at the start. So I just freestyled the whole video so I missed some shit. I don't care. And yeah, subscribe. More soon. One Piece arc tier list next. Like, subscribe, comment. Thank you. See you next week whenever I upload. Alright, bye.